Sahel states take action, where AU and ECOWAS have failed. Form 5,000-troop military force. 3 military-ruled countries in West Africa's Sahel region have taken a significant step to combat the jihadist violence that has plagued the region for years. Burkina Faso, Niger and Mali have announced plans to form a joint military force of 5,000 troops to address these ongoing security challenges. According to officials, the force is expected to be operational within weeks. The leadership of these countries has opted not to rely on external powers for what is arguably the most fundamental responsibility of the state, the protection of citizens' lives and property. This decision reflects what many Africans have long hoped for, a unified and self-reliant approach to security on the continent. It is a call that has echoed for over 63 years since the establishment of the Organization of African Unity, OAU, which later evolved into the African Union, AU. Unfortunately, regional integration efforts have struggled to mobilize African nations' military capacities in response to the region's persistent threats. In stark contrast, Nigerian President Bola Tinubu, who represents Africa's most populous and influential nation, recently returned from France, where he claimed to have secured French promises of support on issues such as security, education, healthcare, and many more goodies. Everything Nigerian leaders have failed to do for the people. This came after several countries in the Sahel region distanced themselves from France following military coups and rising anti-French sentiment. These Sahelian countries, which were once French colonies, have increasingly turned to one another for support, culminating in the formation of the Alliance of Sahel States, AES. Niger's defense minister, Salifou Modi, stated that the 3 countries will soon deploy a unified military force that will operate with aerial, ground and intelligence capabilities. The joint force will be able to intervene swiftly across their shared borders, bolstering their collective defense in the face of jihadist insurgencies linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIS. Despite receiving assistance from French forces over the years, these nations have been unable to fully eradicate the violent extremists that have destabilized the region. The Sahel region, spanning roughly 2.8 million square kilometers, 4 times the size of France, has long struggled with security challenges. The violence fueled by jihadist groups has become more entrenched, even as Western powers have sought to intervene. However, the military-led governments of Burkina Faso, Niger and Mali are demonstrating a growing sense of self-determination and resolve in their fight for security and sovereignty. This shift has raised questions across the continent. In Nigeria and other parts of Africa, many are asking, who did this to Africa? The growing divide between military-led governments in the Sahel and the leadership of more established African states, like Tinubu's Nigeria, underscores a broader debate about African autonomy, foreign influence, and the quest for a more unified and self-sufficient continent.
Join Diaspoint to explore public views on key events shaping Africa. We highlight governance successes and challenges, promoting awareness and inclusive participation. Your voice matters in Africa's transformation. Follow us and share our content. Diaspoint, the African diaspora engaged in Africa's future.